Good morning from damp St. Louis. It is the 6th, Wednesday, and just had my first Greek test, walking out of the class now, after then doing our lesson after we got our tests back. And I did really well. Got above 100% with all the extra credit. There's always a lot of extra credit that's offered, so that's helpful. But just thankful for the ability to do that, and then also wanted to share my near-death experience that happened over the weekend. I believe God works in many ways, and I think I experienced a miracle. I think that sometimes we can look too much into signs. You get a $1,000 bonus at work, and then you walk by a store that says $1,000 off our boats, and you go, oh, God clearly wants me to have a boat. Well, not necessarily. I think God can work in that way, but I don't know that he does as much as we think he does in terms of things like that. But Rachel and I were driving to Kansas City, and it was a very rainy day, and I was going just at or just under the speed limit, which is about what most people were doing, so just kind of keeping up with traffic. And the car in front of me on the right lane, I'm in the left lane, was going way under the speed limit, probably 55 or so, and about 20 yards ahead of me, 15 yards ahead of me, decides to just signal with no one in front of them into the left lane. And seeing as I was closing in on them rapidly, and they were already close anyway, and coming into my lane, I hit my brakes relatively hard and immediately hydroplaned. The car spun multiple times around. It went down, through a ditch, up the ditch on the side of the road, and onto the service road on this other side of the road, and then back through the ditch. And if we'd gone to the left, we would have ended up going through the median with that line and destroying the car that way. Or if we'd gone maybe 3 seconds, 2 seconds later that event had happened, we would have ended up hitting the side of the bridge, winding up in a creek, and I might not be here today talking to you about this. If it had been 3 seconds sooner that had happened, then we would have been not as far down the road, and we would have wound up plowing through some significant road signs that would have done horrible damage to the car. As it stands, we pretty much ruined the wheels and the alignment, got a flat tire, had to learn how to change my first flat, and got all new tires actually at a reasonable price for the only place that was open. Still made it to the wedding, and got the alignment and everything, and as it turns out, I apparently maybe needed new tires anyway. So the biggest thing though being that we're safe, and that the car wasn't completely destroyed, but that we were safe, and we could have been so easily harmed. And I think that God was watching over us and protecting us there. Finally, I promised to offer a Greek insight, and that is whenever you see love, particularly in the New Testament, and particularly when Paul talks about it, it is a definite item. It is not an abstract idea like, oh, I have love for you. I have love for the royals. I have love for my parents. I have love for my wife. I have love for I don't have love for the cat. But it is a specific idea because it comes with a definite article. So the in the Greek. So it is the love. So, we share, but the most important of these is love. It's referring specifically to the love. And as we know from context, it's Paul routinely and the other epistle writers talk about the love of Jesus. John also talks about that frequently too. And so when we talk about the love we're supposed to have for one another and the love that we're supposed to share between us and how the Father loved us, it's specifically the love of Jesus, not just a love in general. And so when we talk about Jesus commands us to love, it's not any sort of love that we know in this world or that we would call love. It is the love of Jesus, which is a radical love. Long video message today. Love you all. I have another one that's been on my heart for tomorrow that I've got for you. It'll be a little shorter. Have a great day.